Hey, what's up, Nutters? Welcome back to my channel. So today is not my normal uploading day, but whatever. I watched a video earlier on today at university. It was a video that Ferris has uploaded. He uploaded it yesterday, and if you haven't watched that video, then I'll link it in the description box below, because I feel like that video gives this one a lot more context, if that makes sense. So it's a video entitled Growing Up and Moving On. It spoke to me. It's not a critical response, by the way. If Mark ever clicks on this video, which would be amazing if he did, I would be so happy. But it's not a critical comment, it's me agreeing with you. Completely, emphatically, 100% agreeing with you, Mark. Something that I've experienced personally is something that I completely and totally empathise with. The reason I wanted to do this video is because a lot of people that I interact with on YouTube and a lot of people that watch my videos are younger than me, and they are either still at school, they're in the phase of applying for university and they have got in, or they're in the process of thinking about moving out, or they have just moved out like myself. And whatever stage you're at, you could be in different friendship places. So I wanted to share my experience with you to know that if you're in any single one of these places in your friendship kind of rebirth cycle, I guess, you're not alone at all. This is completely and 100% normal and a natural thing to experience. And I wish I had a video like this to watch. How cliche does that sound? I wish I had this to watch when I was doing this blow up. The thing that got me through was Carrie Fletcher's All I Know Now. That got me through, made me feel normal. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of context about myself. So I was at college, and towards the end there, everyone was applying for universities, everyone knew exactly what they wanted to do, and I was there going, well, I don't want to go to university, I don't want to do anything like that at all, I don't want to apply for apprenticeships, I don't want to go and throw myself into something that I'm not going to be 100% present, like mentally present for. So I ended up taking 2 years out and working for the best people that I could possibly ever work for. I didn't consider myself as an employee there. I considered myself as family, and it proves because I'm still in contact with them. I still help them out if they need me. So when I was doing this 2 year kind of gap, it was meant to be a gap year, but it turned into 2 years because by the time I decided that yes, I definitely wanted to go to university, I'd missed the kind of clearing phase and I'd missed the application phase, so I had to push it to the next year. So in this period of time, this 2 year gap between college and university for me now, all my friends were doing their thing and I was doing my thing. And this was fine, you know, everyone was doing their own thing, and at the end point, the conclusion of this is that we all just stopped communicating. It was nobody's fault, we were all really, really busy. When this happens, when you stop communicating with people that you said you're going to be in contact with for life, it kind of sucks, I know, but it just happens. It's one of those things in life that you have to just accept, and as sucky as it is, c'est la vie, I guess. So the part of losing communication with these people was not the thing that upset me. The thing that upset me the most was when they would come back from university and they would arrange to meet people, or they'd arrange to see people, and they say, well, it's been so long because I've been at university, let's go have a catch up and have a beer or a wine or a milk or whatever. And I was never invited, or I was never contacted to do that. And you know, I don't think that it was on purpose. I don't think I was disincluded on purpose. There's a bit right at the end of Mark's video, if you've watched it, which I really hope you have because it's just phenomenal. You need to kind of distinguish, it's not these words exactly, I didn't like write down the script, but you need to distinguish between being disincluded and oversensitive. And at this point I was definitely oversensitive. I probably thought of myself as a lot more important to people's lives than I actually was. So I wasn't being disincluded, I was just being oversensitive. Nevertheless, I did not cling to that friendship or those friendships and try to rekindle something, because it would have just fallen flat on its face. The friendship phase has gone, the friendship train has left the building. So I ended up being friends with Matt's friendship group, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. One of the things that I associate with being at home, I always go out with them, with Matt and them when we go back home, and it's such a nice thing. They're like a second family, and it's so good to be involved in that, and they welcomed me with open arms when I first started dating Matt. So big love to all of you guys, and you know exactly who you are. So friendship breakups for me are a very real thing. I've experienced it one too many times, and I'm a fragile little dove, and I don't want to experience it again. But basically, your best friends are the siblings that you choose. And when you decide, or one of you decides that you cannot be friends anymore, it is actually not heartbreaking, it's heart-shattering. And the point that I'm trying to make is you just have to accept that one of you is not invested in the friendship as much as the other one. And for me, I was investing my time in the friendships that I had and trying to cling on to them, instead of just going, well, I'm being taken for granted in this situation, I need to get out of here. If you feel you are being taken for granted, pack up and leave. If you feel you are battling for attention, leave. If you feel like you're being overlooked, leave. And I know this is easier said than done, but you need to bear with me, because I'm going to tell you where I'm at now, friendship-wise, and I completely understand if you're watching me now and going, Danny, this is easier said than done. Why are you telling me to pack up and leave my friends? And I'm not telling you to pack up and leave your friends. I'm telling you that if you feel like you're being overlooked in the friendship, you feel like you're being taken for granted, or you're putting more effort in and keep getting let down, you need to recognise that that is happening and you need to leave. That is not being oversensitive, that is being mistreated in your friendship, and you need to recognise that. So after I moved away to Nottingham, it was a complete fresh start. I had one friend back home who I'm still in contact with today. She is my bestest friend. We've been best friends for 16 years. And she's one of those people that has always been there, and I took her for granted, and yet she is still stuck around. So without her, I would not be where I am today. She is my rock, and I love her to pieces, and I'm so glad that I realised this before I completely may have lost her, and you know, that was a big revelation for me. So you really do need to open your eyes and see who is around you, and see who is going to be there for you in the long run. So I have one best friend back home, and that's that. And then I came to Nottingham completely not knowing anybody apart from Matthew. I don't know why I just called him Matthew. Matt. Apart from Matt. So me and Matt were living together and we knew nobody. So he's got his job here, and he got to know people pretty fast, and that was great. And then I needed to get a job. I got a job within the first couple of months of moving up to Nottingham in a restaurant in town. I'm not a shy person. I'm not in any way, shape or form embarrassed to go over the top and make an impression and make a stamp. I guess in this sense I'm an extrovert. So with me being this extroverted persona, I got on really well with everybody. I nearly said the chain then. I got on really well with people at this job, and it was about 7 months I think I was there for. 6 or 7 months I was there for before I decided, you know, this is not the job for me, I've got to go. And at this point, a few of my friends that I'd made there had left as well, so it was just not fun anymore, and I up and left. But we were all in this little WhatsApp group, and I was like, well, that's it, because I have been used to being, you know, if I'm not in a place, or if we leave, people leave, then they're not coming back into my life. That's how you know, people have left me, people have up and left me, and they've not come back, and they've not made the effort. These girls are just the best friends I have ever had, and I'm not even joking. I'm not sure whether it's because they're just slightly that little bit older than me, that they know and they understand that people are busy, and when you say you can't go out or you can't do something, they understand and they don't disinclude you in future plans. And it's the difference between having mature friends and the difference between growing up and having all your school friends. And do you know, it's completely different. And you know how they say when you find the one that you meant to love, it's easy. You don't have to work hard. It shouldn't be difficult. It's the same with friends. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be difficult. They should want to be around you as much as you want to be around them, and they should be there for you 24/7, which is what I am to these girls and they are to me. So me telling you to up and leave previously if you feel like you're being mistreated, it's not a bad thing. You're on to bigger and better things, and people who take you for granted will push you towards the people who won't. And that's what I've basically taken from Mark's video, is this idea that I just wanted to share. What I took from Mark's video is that I wanted to share my response to that. I wanted to share my experience because it really, really touched a chord with me. And I swear, if one person who's watched Mark's video has not experienced anything, then they're lying, because every single person has experienced this. And my story is one side of it. The friends that I spoke about in the video regarding school or college may have felt completely different, and I might have done something completely wrong or have upset them in some way for them not wanting to include me or even speak to me anymore, and that's fine. I'm not saying that I'm completely perfect and everyone was wrong and everyone hated me. I'm saying that there was no communication. Nobody told anybody that something was wrong. It all just kind of fell in on itself, and that was that. It just went blank. There was nothing. It's getting dark now. I'm losing daylight. So basically I'm just going to wrap the video up because it's getting dark and I just really wanted to film this and upload it. Basically, friendships come and go, and that's the end of it. But when you find someone and a group of people that you get on with and it's easy, it will be and it's just, you know, completely natural, that's when you know you found friends for life. Please don't tell me you've stopped recording. Please don't tell me you've stopped recording. Have you stopped recording? Oh no. So that's when you found friends for life, and all the experiences that I have mentioned in the video to this point now, where I'm 22 and living in Nottingham, they have all shaped me. I would not change it for the world, but making friends when you're 22 is a lot different than making friends when you're in nursery or reception. It just is, because there's no judgment and there's nothing like that, and you will find where you fit in, and I mean, this is where I fit now, and I do fit in here, but you know, I've got to move on, and that'll be a test then. But these girls feel like friends for life. They really, really do, and you will know the ones when you meet them. I've been playing with this hair grip, I'm really sorry, the whole video. But anyway, I've rambled on way too long, so thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a bit unusual and it's a bit out of my ordinary. I just had to respond to this video. I felt so passionately about it. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, then hit that subscribe button, and let's all do it properly, guys, and press that little bell. You'll be notified every single time I make a new video. I upload normally on Tuesdays, so my next video will be up on Tuesday, and that is my Valentine's video. Love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, guys.